we have to study the diversity among the family, that is family Magnoliaceae. Magnoliaceae is considered as a most primitive family, and that's why the consideration regarding the family structure, that we have to go a little deeper. Bentham and Hooker has given the natural classification to us, and we are still using that classification for the purpose of practical as well as theory in laboratory level, at the learning level. So that because it is a very simple morphologically arranged groups of the plants, so that classification is quite understandable, and because of that we are using the Bentham and Hooker's classification for the study purpose. Bentham and Hooker has classified that plant kingdom into divisions, into two divisions, that Phanerogamia and Cryptogamia. So the flowering, all the flowering plants are fall into the Phanerogamia. Then class Dicotyledone for this particular Magnoliaceae. Subclass Polypetalae where petals are free. Series Thalamiflorae means the presence of thalamus in the flower is there, and order Ranels, which is the primitive order under which falls these families, and the family Magnoliaceae. So this is the basic classification of family Magnoliaceae. We have to study the family at family level, not at the species and generic level. So we have to discuss at the family level now. So basically, Phanerogamia, Dicotyledone, Polypetalae, series Thalamiflorae, order Ranels, and family Magnoliaceae is the classification for family Magnoliaceae. When we talk about some common plants in India, so we must have to note these are the members known as the Liriodendron tulipifera. The flowers are just look like a tulip, and that's why the name is given. Liriodendron tulipifera. It is a large tree with a handsome flowers, and it is a woody climber. Not woody climber. It is a wood. Wood can be used as a timber. So it is a large tree, and flowers are beautiful, just like a tulips. Then the second species is Michaelia champaka, that we all know. चाफ्याचं जे मूळ झाड म्हणतो, सो दिस इज द मायकेलिया चंपका. संस्कृतमध्ये त्याला आपण चंपा म्हणतो, आणि ज्याचं आपल्या पुराणांमध्ये असू द्या किंवा ग्रंथांमध्ये असू द्या, जो चाफा म्हटला जातो तो हा चाफा आहे. सो धिस पर्टिक्युलर फ्लावर्स आर मोस्टली फ्रॅग्रंट फ्लावर्स, अँड these can be present on the woody trees. Champa is again the garden plant. Most of the gardens it must be having. Flowers are sweet scented and used in the perfumery. त्याचा सेंट तयार करण्यासाठी त्याला युटिलाइज केला जातं, त्याच्या फुलांचा वास. ठीक आहे. सो अनदर प्लांट इज द मायकेलिया ग्रँडिफ्लोरा. जसं मायकेलिया चंपका म्हणजे चाफा म्हटलेला आहे. सो इट इज त्याला आपण बडा चाफा किंवा मोठा चाफा म्हणतो. So it is the Bari Champa, or we can also in the Hindi, it is the Him Champa. Him means barf. The flowers are white, and because of that, it is also known as the Him Champa. Flowers are quite larger, and these present on a small tree with fragrant flowers. Then another one is the Michaelia acuminata. It is normally known as the cucumber tree, as the flowers are large in size, and at the same time the fruits those are bearing on the plant, they look like a cucumber. उंबरा सारखी त्याची फळं दिसतात. So it is the largest tree among the magnolias, and it has the green fruits which resembles the cucumber, and because of which it is also known as the cucumber tree. Actually it is not any relation with that ficus. So the wood is very light, soft and durable, normally used for the preparation of the soft toys. When we talk about the habitat and distribution of the species, so here we must have to take into consideration most of the trees are most of the plants are trees, or lianas in this group. Mostly they are trees. They have the oil sacs present in the stem and leaves. And this oil is also known as the essential oil, can be used for the various purposes. In India, all over the world, we can say that there are about 10 genera and 10 genera mainly, or having 100 species. Plants are mostly trees in this family, or sometimes they are climbing, but they are the woody lianas. Oil sacs are present in the stem and leaves. So most of the plants are most having the glossy leaves because of the waxy coating on the leaf surface. This Magnolia or Magnoliaceae family having about 10 genera and having 100 of species were normally growing in the temperate zone, colder areas of the globe, and normally in the Eastern Asia, Malaysia, Eastern North America, West Indies, Brazil, and Northeast or Southeast Asia, where the temperature is very low. In such areas, normally these species members are distributed. When we talk about the morphological characters, normally we divide it into vegetative characters and at the same time reproductive characters. When we talk about the vegetative characters, it can be divided into root, stem, and leaves. Root is normally taproot system and it is branched into secondary and tertiary roots. Stem is erect, normally because of their having large tree structure. The plants are woody, aerial, and mostly it is branched. Leaves normally are alternate, simple, entire, and commonly evergreen. They are thin in nature, coriaceous. Stipules are large. These stipules are leaf-like structure sometimes. So covering young leaves to protect the younger vegetative buds. So here we can find this type of the characters. When we talk about the floral characters, we must have to talk about the inflorescences, flowers, fruits, androecium, gynoecium, etc. So inflorescence of this family, it is a solitary, terminal, or axillary. Means in the axial inflorescence can generate, or it may be in the single terminally at the tip of the that particular branch. The flowers are large in size. They are largest and it can have the diameter of 25 centimeters. Magnolia fraseri, where we can find the largest flower in this group. Flower is complete, means it is having that calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. It is a regular, actinomorphic, means it can be divided into various levels, various angles into two equal parts. Flowers found unisexuality only in one genus, that is the Dremis. Usually it is a bisexual group. Flowers mostly are the hypogynous in nature and they are highly aromatic. The floral axis, normally called as a torus because it is elongated part. So long and long it is to forms a convex structure. Long to long convex, just a conical structure is being developed there. Normally perianth means the calyx and corolla. We can say that perianth where there is the calyx and corolla is not differentiable. So these perianth members are 9 to many. It is indefinite number. They are mostly, as this is the member of polypetally. The petals are free. All alike means their petal size of the all petals is similar, and the perianth may be petaloid or three outer ones are green, where these greens are nothing but the calyx members and inner three members are nothing but the corolla members. When they are look alike, then we call them as a perianth. Otherwise, we can call them as a calyx and corolla. This condition that where calyx and corolla is differentiable, it is found in the liriodendron and arranged in the whorls of three, normally in imbricate or cyclic fashion of the aestivation. In Magnolia and Michaelia, we find such type of the arrangement, strivation in the members. Sometimes it is spirally arranged. We can also call them as a acyclic condition, and it is present in some of the members of Magnoliaceae. It is present on the elongated or the semi-elongated torus. We can say it as a thalamus. So it is a conical thalamus where they are present. Now androecium and gynoecium means the male structure in the plant and female structure in the plant. Stamens are indefinite, many, and they are normally spirally arranged on the conical thalamus. Filaments are very short, sometimes it is absent. Only the anther cells are present on the thalamus. So there is no filament-like structure. So almost filament is absent, or if it is there, it is very short with the prolonged connective. Connective portion has a wider structure in that, and on that connective, anther cells can be easily recognizable. So the number of the stamen is indefinite and they are arranged spirally on the thalamus. When we talk about the gynoecium, it is many gynoecium, or the many ovaries are there, many female structures are there, carpels numerous, they are free, superior in position, arranged spirally, again just like the stamens, they are arranged spirally on cone shaped or the elongated thalamus. Sometimes there is gynophore-like structure is present. Rarely carpels are fused. Only one example is there, it is the zygogenum. So here we can find the fused carpels are present there. Otherwise, they are polycarpellary condition. Placentation in most of the cases is not, it is the marginal placentation found in the almost all members. The fruit is aggregate or berries or follicles, sometimes a samara as in Liriodendron. The fruit, just remember the fruit of Annonacea. सीताफळ तुम्ही बघितलेला आहे. This is the aggregate type of the fruit where it is the aggregation of berries. So, and sometimes follicles, where in follicles we find it is the dry type of the fruit and there is no fusion or the aggregation of berries inside. So aggregate berries or follicles is the normal condition. Just like the stamens, many ovaries are there, carpels are there, and they are arranged on the conical thalamus. Fruit is aggregate type of the fruit where the berries and follicles can be developed from this type of the fruit. And only one exceptional structure, Liriodendron, where we can find a samara, means a fruit with the slightly present of the wings. So winged fruit is found in the Liriodendron. Otherwise, it is the aggregate fruit or follicles. Seeds are normally large with abundant oily endosperm and bright or orange testa, which makes them highly decorative. Now, seeds is the major entity, we can say, to propagate the plant, and because of that, as we go to the primitive species, so these primitive species are having either brightly colored seeds, or they may be having the edible part along with that. So it is the abundant oily endosperm and bright orange testa which make it highly decorative. So as they get open, so variously arranged, various type of the seeds can be fall down on the ground and they can germinate. Pollination is entomophilous, and due to large and scented flowers, many insects, butterflies, birds, they can get attracted towards the flower and thus they help in the pollination. When we talk about the floral formula of this particular flower, we can say that it is the flower is actinomorphic. This plus sign in the circle is that showing the actinomorphy of the flower. Flowers are mostly bisexual, so this is the sign for bisexuality. Perianth, because in only one member we find there is calyx-like structure, so it can be defined as the perianth. They may be 9 or indefinite. It is in the whorls of 3, but minimum number of perianth in this family is 9. And androeciums and gynoeciums are indefinite in number. They may have the number up to 200 androeciums or hundreds of gynoecium. So likewise, the floral characters are the important characters for that. This is the representative image of the Magnoliaceae member. It is the diagram of a painting of the Michelia. So here we can find that this is the large flower of this Michelia magnolia, and here we can find these are all the structures. We call them as the androecium, and these are the structure called the gynoecium. So here there is the thalamus. This is the stalk-like structure. We also call them as a gynophore. So this long elongated structure on which these are all ovaries are situated, and these are all the stamens. So they are either stamens or the gynoecium. They are indefinite number, and they are well protected by the perianth whorls. They are plus 9. So 9 or more petals or the perianth whorls are there present. These are larger trees. Here we can find they are mostly having the simple leaf, and this is called the fruit. This is the follicular fruit. So these follicles are arranged on this conical long thalamus. So this axis where we can find it is maybe the gynophore. So this gynophore having all these ovaries, and these follicles are dehiscent follicles where we can find this orange or red colored, brightly colored seeds inside that. It is mostly orange or red colored seeds are observed in these members. So this is the structure of the flower and the thalamus present on that. When we talk about the other important characters, so there are many characters, like whatever the studies has been taken place in the various branches. It may be cytology, physiology, biochemistry, or other factors. So here we can find these are the additional characters which also can be studied, because plants are having some chemical peculiarities, and these chemical peculiarities for the particular species are unique, and because of that, that particular unique character can be used for the taxonomic purpose. And because of that, here we noted some chemical properties, and these chemical properties can be observed here. They are cyanogenic in nature, basically derived from the tyrosine. Tyrosine is one of the amino acids. Alkaloids present, and these alkaloids, iridoids, were not detected. These are the chemical groups which are basically identified in the plant structures. So iridoids were not present in the family Magnoliaceae. Now this is the important part of this family, we can say. The economic importance of the members present in this family. Most of the members are considered as economically important, and they also have the medicinal property. The bark, particularly root bark, and the dried roots of Michelia champaca, म्हणजे चाफ्याच्या झाडाचे जी मुळं आहेत, they are used as a purgative, while the flowers and the fruits are used as a carminative, and in certain renal troubles, and it is in the venereal diseases like the gonorrhea. So this is very much important. The reason is that the flowers and fruits are used as a carminative. तुम्हाला आठवत असेल की flowers are normally used to worship the god, as well as we can also put them into the hairs or the are at the heads. So it has the carminative property. Carminative property means the anti-helminthes. म्हणजे जे आपल्याला जंत होतात, जंतासाठी ह्या फुलांचा उपयोग, they are used to kill the anthelminths so that they can be flowers are in use. In certain renal troubles and the venereal diseases, renal troubles are related to the urinary tract. So if there are some problems regarding urinary tract, it may be the painful urination, or we can say this likewise related problems, so that it can be used for that purpose also. So the flowers and fruits are used for the as a carminative as well as in the renal troubles. The bark of Dremis winteri is the name of plant, and Illicium ureum. So these two plants are useful in the medicine. So such type of the medicinal property of this family is also recognized. It can be used as a timber again. Timber means used for the purpose of articles, cupboards, because the family members are having the soft wood inside, so that can be used for this purpose. So the wood of Michelia excelsa is an excellent commercial timber known as white wood. म्हणजे जे काही पांढऱ्या लाकडापासून तयार झालेले सॉफ्ट वूड जे असते, नॉर्मली यू हॅव ऑब्झर्व दॅट द बोर्ड, ड्रॉइंग बोर्ड्स, इंजिनिअरिंग ज्या मुलांनी केलेलं असेल त्यांनी एक मोठा वुडन बोर्ड घेतलेला असतो, किंवा जो पेंटर असतो त्याच्या घरी जो एक व्हाईट बोर्ड असतो मोठा. सो दॅट इज द सॉफ्ट वूड, व्हाईट वूड is made up of this Michelia excelsa. So these are from these members. Then Michelia, it is the acuminata, it is Magnalia hookeri, Michelia bellinoni, and the Dotspur. ह्या जे मेंबर्स आहेत, they produce valuable timber such as millwork, furniture, music instruments and toys. तुम्ही आता बहुतेक वेळेस सगळे खेळणी बघितलेली असतील, किंवा आपले वेगवेगळे इन्स्ट्रुमेंट असतात, जसं तुमचं वायोलिन आहे, गिटार आहे, किंवा तंबोरा आहे. तर अशा पद्धतीचे जे व्हॉइस प्रोड्युसिंग इन्स्ट्रुमेंट्स आहेत, these instruments needs a soft wood because they are mostly the decorative, they are having the curves, and for that purpose the soft wood is necessary to prepare that type of the curvature. So this soft wood is found in these Magnoliaceae members, and it can be used for the soft furniture, musical instruments and toys. It can be also used as a ornamental because most of the members are having the fragrant flowers. They are having the scent in the flowers, and because of that the many species of Magnolia and Michelia are having the, either they are having this sweet smell in that, and also have the beautiful coloration. It may be white, it may be orange color, or it may be yellow colored, large flowers. So these conspicuous yellow and white fragrant flowers are there, and because of that it can be used in the plantation at the gardens. Then flowers of Michelia are used by the humans to ornament their hair and also offered in the temples. म्हणजे जी साधारण उत्तरेकडची मंदिरं आहेत, तर तिथं हा मायकेलिया नैसर्गिक पद्धतीने भरपूर मिळतो. सो वर्शिपिंग द गॉड, or it can be used at the hairs as an ornament. So this can be also in the practice. This Michelia champaka म्हणजे चाफा yields a champaka oil. चाफ्याचं जे आपण सुगंधी तेल किंवा चाफ्याचं अत्तर जे म्हणतो, so it has been extracted from the flowers. Camphor from the wood of scented water from the leaves. आता पानांमध्ये ऑइली ग्लँड्स असतात, हे आपण सुरुवातीला डिस्कस केलेलं आहे. So these glands, these oil are just smell like a camphor. ठीक आहे. So camphor म्हणजे काय आहे, ज्याला आपण कापूर म्हणतो. So they are smelling like camphor. Camphor tree is different plant, but the smelling of camphor is there, and because of that the wood and scented water from the leaves is also prepared, which smells like a camphor. तर अशा पद्धतीने त्याचा इकॉनॉमिक इम्पॉर्टन्स सुद्धा आपल्याला इथे डिस्कस करता येतं. Then what is affinity of this particular group? आता जेव्हा आपण क्लासिफिकेशन करतो कुठल्या स्पेशीजचं, we must know about the affinities of those families or groups. Affinities म्हणजे काय, close relationship. So this close relationship with the other families or the other genera indicates that they are evolved from this one or from that one. So to trace out its phylogeny, this is necessary to trace out the affinity of those groups. This Magnoliaceae is very close to the family Annonaceae, म्हणजे जी सीताफळाची फॅमिली आहे. त्या सीताफळाच्या फॅमिली सोबत त्याचं क्लोज रिलेशन आहे. They almost resemble the same flower and the structure of other members. ज्याला म्हणू आपण perianthus and all other vegetative parts. So Engler and Rendell, these are the botanists, those who have put this Magnoliaceae under Rannells. But Hutchinson is one of the taxonomists again. He placed family within Magnoliales, so that Rannells is the different group as per his view, and the Magnoliales, the different order he has created, and he put that Magnoliaceae in the order Magnoliales. So this is again the views of the scientists were Rannells and Hutchinson. The primitiveness of the family is shown by the spiral arrangement of the stamen and carpels, and apocarpus pistil characters were also shared with the Ranunculaceae. आता रॅनन्क्युलेसी याला रॅनेल्स या ऑर्डर मध्ये ठेवण्यामागचं कारण काय आहे? बिकॉज as this is the primitive family, the arrangement of the spirally arranged stamens and carpels and free ovaries, apocarpus ovaries, carpels are the also character of the family Ranunculaceae. आणि म्हणून रॅनन्क्युलेसी आणि मॅग्नोलिएसी ह्या दोन्हीही एकाच ग्रुपमध्ये ठेवल्या. रिझन इज दॅट बिकॉज ऑफ द सिमिलॅरिटी or affinity of the characters. Where Smith is one of the scientists, he assumed that the primitive nature of Magnoliaceae, and he thought that the family is relatively specialized from the vegetative and reproductive aspects. आणि म्हणून स्मिथनं काय केलं, त्या मॅग्नोलिएसीला इतर फॅमिलीपेक्षा थोडंसं वेगळं केलं. द रिझन इज दॅट देर इज अ स्लाइट डिफरन्सेस इन दॅट. So these are some of the views which can be considered by the scientist. This coniferous nature of the wood is discounted by the fact that structure of the bast is characteristically dicotyledonous, having sieve tubes with the companion cells. जसं आपण सुरुवातीला शिकलेलो की टॅक्सॉनॉमी इन रिलेशन टू अॅनाटॉमी. अॅनाटॉमी मध्ये हे सगळे स्ट्रक्चर्स आपण शिकत असतो. Which is the bast cell, sieve tubes म्हणजे काय. Normally these sieve tubes are present in the gymnospermous wood, but this is the nearest group of the gymnosperm because it is the primitive, and we consider that the angiosperms are evolved from the gymnosperms. So this order is the first order of the after gymnosperms, and because of that some common character like the coniferous plants, gymnospermous plants, can be observed in the family Magnoliaceae also. So having the sieve tubes, and because of that there is a soft wood. Normally all gymnosperms are having the soft wood inside. म्हणजे ज्या बॅट वगैरे तयार होतात, these are from the gymnospermous woods. पण त्याच्याच जवळचा हा ग्रुप असल्यामुळे नॅचरली there is the transfer of some character or the some affinity with the character, and they are having the similarity in the anatomical features like the sieve tube and the bast cells which are present in the family Magnoliaceae. Magnolia flowers bears numerous spirally arranged free sporophylls. The sporophyle ही term कुठे जाते? Sporophyll is the term used in the either gymnosperms or in pteridophytes. कारण त्याच्यामध्ये फुलांसारखे स्ट्रक्चर नाही. आयदर दे आर द मेल कोन्स अँड फिमेल कोन्स. आणि मग मेल कोनवर जे काही स्ट्रक्चर असतील त्याला आपण मायक्रोस्पोरोफिल म्हटलेलं आहे, आणि जे फिमेल कोनवर असतील त्याला आपण मेगास्पोरोफिल म्हटलेलं आहे. सो दे आर लुकिंग लाईक द स्पोरोफिल्स. आता याच्यामध्ये तर ऍक्च्युअली अँड्रोशियम आणि गायनोशियम आपण शिकतोय. स्टील सम मेंबर्स आर ऑल्सो शोइंग द प्रेझेन्स ऑफ द स्पोरोफिल लाईक स्ट्रक्चर. Means they are having that anther-like patches, but they are not of having the pollens inside. So these are just like the neutral reproductive structures. So these structures are also observed in some of the members of this group. Then there is a suggestion regarding that the Benititales may have ancestral to the modern angiosperm initiated by the Magnoliaceae. कारण बेनिटिटेलिन ही जी ओरिजिन आहे, ओरिजिन ऑफ अँजिओस्पर्म आपण जेव्हा शिकलो So in that origin of angiosperms, we find there is one Bennett-Italian line of the origin of angiosperms. So most of the characters or the affinity of this Magnoliaceae is with the Bennett-Italian origin, and because of that, most of the scientists said that this is the one of the important character which may link with the Bennett-Italian origin of the angiosperms.